Hey, I'm Aaron. Hey, good to see you. So I'm going to try to solve this problem. India power cut hits millions among the worst outages. The answer, I believe, and I'm going to get to it, is solar-powered mobile phones. Solar-powered mobile phones. If we can rebuild after Katrina, if Iraq can rebuild after war, if anyone can put together an infrastructure again, it is humans. Humans know how to do this. We need to do this in a way that is simple, financially prudent, worldwide, and creates jobs. This is a giant job creation tool. This is an answer to the question, how do we take care of everybody and do no harm? And that is the perpetual question asked by Buckminster Fuller and his adherents. And that is there a way, what is the best way to take care of everyone and do no harm? There is a way. It either has to be very coordinated or very expensive so far. And it needs to be both coordinated and useful, but it doesn't need to be expensive, and here's why. If everybody had a $100 solar battery charging device, and everyone had a $100 phone, okay, so this is an iPhone, but if everyone had access to that and you wanted to give somebody something, the gift of something, hey, how about $200 worth of food? Okay, great, that would cover me for a certain amount of time. Well, the truth is if we quickly decide that we're going to do something very specific, we as humans on planet Earth, do something very specific about 680 million people running out of cooling power, running out of transportation power, running out of cryogenic power, running out of electricity to drive their everything, the first thing I'd want back on would be a smartphone system. I want that back on, okay? I want to talk to other people. Now that I'm in dire, desperate need, the first thing I want to do is talk. The second thing I want, of course, is going to be the other challenge, and that is power to support myself and secure myself for the next couple of days. And that, my friend, is a bigger investment, but not as big as the investment of energy and time that we're going to have to put into making this all, making this a lesson for every human as opposed to the lesson just for India. This is the crisis. It's bigger, and I know this is going to be sounding sacrilegious, it's bigger than the Batman shootings, it's bigger than the Olympics, and it's going to turn out to be a turning point for all of humanity, not just for India. This power outage today and yesterday, this is the 30th and 31st of July 2012, should be the wake-up call, because it's the good night call for a lot of people. Many people died the moment those grids went down. That moment, shut off their power, boom. And if they didn't have backup systems that would survive, that wouldn't reboot in a half an hour, but were there already all the time, millions of people would be saved. Not 680 million people, because not every one of those is going to die, but a lot of those people will die very quickly. And that's very avoidable. That's the tragedy of this whole thing. All of this is avoidable, and you need to stop and think and decide what you're going to do about individual power and what you're going to do about communication. In every circumstance, you won't be able to get a perfect answer, but in many circumstances, the answer is, if I want my company back online after running out of power, I want them all back online with cell phones, and I want them all back online with cell phones that have battery packs that are rechargeable from the sun. The sun shines on the earth. Okay, so barring magic, and that is where everybody gets together, which will be magic. It will seem magical in a sense. What can you do for real? Well, you can go out and buy a current iPhone. Okay, you can go out and buy a current iPhone and send it to somebody in India. you can go out and contract the purchase of a lot of iPhones or Droids or HTCs or Samsung mobile phones or Windows 8 phone. I don't care what you put on it. I want it to be attached to the internet and a phone system. And I want it to be up all the time. And that is how you do it, is through cellular miniaturization and efficiency, and not cellular, but mobile efficiency and mobile independence, power independence. The medium scale, when you do the smallest scale, the medium scale is that manufacturing jobs will be required. And engineering will be required, especially to get the price point down to $100 for this and $100 for this. And then you go out and spend $400. So you buy power and the system and for two groups of people, you and then somebody else, and you equalize them immediately. You want to know how you change that divide? Yeah, if everybody wants to get off on this crazy percentages thing, I promise you it won't work. You cannot win a class war between the richest people and the poorest people. You only win if they collaborate together, the rich and the poor. So when everyone talks about these percentages, how you can do it very easily is quit complaining about who does what. No matter who you are, rich or poor, find $400 on planet Earth. Everybody finds $400, boom. That's it. That's the answer. Thanks for listening. I'm Aaron. I hope we do it. And I hope we do it soon, because 2013 is the year of the economic boon based on energy, or the economic bust based on combustion.